Ah, okay. So that's better. I guess you couldn't hear that before. I didn't notice I had my mic on mute. So I was saying I just sent out something on Facebook and Twitter, so hopefully folks should be hopping on momentarily. I got to find out some way to do this on Instagram if it's possible through my computer. I don't know that I can do that or not, but man. So hopefully you guys are having a good weekend so far. Um, might be getting ready for the Thanksgiving holiday if that's a holiday that you observe. So hopefully, if so, you're getting all that kind of stuff done. And I'm gonna move this over. There we go. All right, that's better. Hey, what's going on, Javon? Hey, Christopher, you told me that I think it was you, or you may have been one of the many people who told me that they're watching C right on Apple Plus or Apple TV. Was that you who told me that? I think it was you. Hey, what's going on, Adric? John, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. Ronan. So we got folks popping in, you guys. So I'm gonna hold off before we actually jump into some of the stuff that I wanted to talk about. Then, of course, whatever the community wants to get into, we can do that as well. Oh, Javon, you're cooking. All right. Well, what are we having? Actually, I'm kind of hungry. I haven't eaten yet. So, yeah, man. You know what, Christopher? I've been checking it out. Actually, I just got finished watching. It may have been episode. I think episode 5 of C. Like literally, it is paused on my computer right now, and I'll have to pick it up once we get done with the stream. But man, it's good. Yeah, yeah, John, it's good. It's good. And now I'm watching kind of what's going on with the other twin that can see, and we'll see. I don't know the female, the girl, and she's kind of scaring me with some of the stuff that she's saying. But I like the whole idea behind C. I think it's awesome. I just heard a bell, and I don't know what that bell, what that bell was. So, oh really? I mean, I'm a bigger fan now of Star Wars, to tell you the truth, Roden, especially after the Mandalorian. The Mandalorian is great. All right, all right, all right, all right. All right, you guys. We'll give a few more minutes, folks, to jump on. Did anybody see while we're waiting for folks? Did anybody see Ford versus Ferrari? I can never say that word. Ferrari. I guess that's how you say it. Because that was a great movie. It's really good. Yeah, it is, Adric. It is kind of like that. Yeah, well, you already know how I feel about that, Christopher. I'm not a big fan of the newer cinematic stuff in Star Wars. I like the original stuff, but I don't really like the newer stuff. Although I will say that if the Mandalorian is a little bit of what we might get in the next movie coming out for Star Wars, I'm kind of getting excited about that. And I wasn't excited about it before, but I'm kind of getting excited about it. So if we get that from if the Mandalorian is any kind of prelude to that, then that's good stuff. Also went to go check out 21 Bridges the other day, just because it was not directed, but it was produced by the Russos. So I kind of wanted to see how it was going to be after we've seen a whole bunch of stuff that they've done, and it was okay. It's not getting the best reviews. It wasn't a horrible movie. It was entertaining, but it wasn't great. It wasn't like that well written. Um, and in some spots, I didn't even feel like it was that well acted. I do think that is it J? I think it's J.K. Simmons, and of course, and Chadwick Boseman did a really good job in that. We'll see. We'll see, Ronan. I know, I'm really looking forward to it though. Now, fingers crossed. Hey, what's going on, Jinhan? Oh no, it's fine, man. We actually started a few minutes late too. I actually just got in not too long ago. I had an opportunity on Sundays. Just I'll tell you this, guys, this real quick, to train with some folks. Like on Sundays, there's a friend of mine that's a martial artist, and he opens up his school to all different types of martial arts. Like today, there was a capoeira guy there. There were a couple of jujitsu guys, karate guys, kung fu guys, and we all get together and just train. So I'm actually just getting back from that, which is a lot of fun. So I'm starving, and that's one of the reasons why we're late too. Oh, okay. All right, cool. So Jinhan is saying that he has some news. One about one about Mortal Kombat, then the other one about The Witcher. So, well, you can share that whenever you want, Jinhan, and I'll read it out. Oh, so you're a kung fu guy? Yeah, me too, Ronan. That's where I started. I started out in kung fu. And that's where I got my black belt, and then I wouldn't say I switched to jujitsu because I still practice what I learned from kung fu, but primarily now in terms of like learning, being in school or training, it is jujitsu, which I just happen to have a buddy that was training jujitsu, and we used to get together and spar all the time, and I had so much difficulty with him on the ground um, that I just started to learn some stuff from jujitsu too. So, oh, always have to put this disclaimer. You guys know that, or you may or may not know, but you may have heard if you're following other YouTubers all the uproar that's going on with Kappa and the FTC. So I said this in the last video. Please make sure that you are watching your language. Sometimes we have kids that are in the stream, and sometimes they're watching the stream, but they're not always active in the chat. So make sure that you do that because a lot of YouTubers are scared about what's coming down the pike for YouTube. And I don't know if you guys heard all of that, but anyway, Cobra. All right, so I don't man, what's going on? So maybe Jinhan is typing it up. When it comes up in the chat, I'll read it what he said though. All right, so I want to start off with this. Well, first let me ask, how many people are watching The Mandalorian? Actually, you know what, Jinhan, if you give me the link now because we're on Streamlabs, I can actually link it up and I can share it. I can share it with everybody else. So if it's something that you want me to link, like an image or an article or whatever, I can link that up and I can share it with the rest of us. So if you do that, if you put it in there, put it in the link, put it in the search, I'll copy it and then put it in the thing and pull it up so everybody can see it. Oh, sorry. So yeah. So how many people are caught up on the Mandalorian? Because before I ask this question, I want to make sure that folks are caught up. Okay. So you saw episode 3 today. So you're good. You're good to go. Everybody else caught up with the Mandalorian? Yes. No. I'm gonna take that as a yes. All right, so my question for you, my first question with The Mandalorian is, of the first 3 episodes that we've gotten so far, which is your favorite episode? I'm curious to know what you think about that, because most people are saying this last episode was their favorite episode. It was not my favorite episode. I appreciate that, Cobra. I appreciate that. No, yeah, it may not. I don't know, Cobra. Who knows what's going on with and I'm assuming you're talking about all the stuff that's going on with the FTC and YouTube, but it's going to affect a lot of us. That's one of the reasons why. Just to say this, it's one of the reasons why, like, I was nervous. This might sound ridiculous, but I was nervous about doing a review for Frozen 2, because according to the guidelines that YouTube has set out, if they deem that as something that is there for the purpose of attracting kids, and I say that this is not a kids channel, and I've got like monetization going on and chat going on and all that, then they could slap it with a fine. Um, so you know, anyway, yeah, I'm thinking episode 2 was probably my favorite also. Um, I think definitely I agree with you. Yep, see, John is saying episode 2 as well. Yeah, so a lot of people are saying episode 2 so far. I thought episode 2 was really good because I like the interaction that he had with who everybody is calling Baby Yoda right now, even though I know that that can't be the case. And actually, Christopher set me straight on that in the comments, because I don't, like I said, I don't really know kind of like timelines and all that kind of good stuff with Star Wars, so I definitely have to be set straight by someone who is a bigger fan than I am. Um, but yeah, I like 2 so far as well. But a lot of people liked this one. Now I will tell you, the fight scene though, when the Mandalorians came to his rescue at the end of that episode, I thought that was really good. Like that whole scene, I was like, oh man. So I did really enjoy that. Yeah, I try to be Cobra, try to be pure. So let me ask you guys about the clone theory for Baby Yoda. How many of you guys go with that theory? Do you think that this is actually a clone? Because I've heard some different things about that. I've heard that they think that Baby Yoda could be a clone, or they think that Baby Yoda could be maybe the last of the race, and they're actually trying to clone him. Right, right. I don't remember you ever saying that to me, actually, Cobra. Oh, I didn't even notice that, Christopher. I didn't even notice that. So now I got to go back and check that out because I didn't see that. So if for those of you guys who were saying that he's a clone, what do you think was going on when they had him in the machine? Someone else put a theory up that they think that they were trying to extract midi chlorians from him. Do you guys agree with that, or do you just not know what was going on when he was in the machine? Oh, I gotta check. Hey, Christopher, can you link that up? Can you link that up in the chat? Christopher said Star Wars Theory did a great video on it. If you link that up in the chat, that would be cool. Because I got to check that out. Also, I wanted to touch on this too with the Mandalorian, and this is something that they were talking about over on John Campion's channel, which I thought was good. One of the amazing things about the Mandalorian, and I didn't really think about it until I heard them talking about it over there. Is his ability to like show emotion, and he always has that helmet on. Always, like you never see his facial expressions, his inflections, and all that kind of good stuff because he always has a helmet on. But man, he does a crazy good job of being able to bring emotion across. Um, Given the fact that we cannot see his facial expressions, I think that is phenomenal. So Cobra says that he thinks that they were testing his DNA in the machine. Well, they could have been. That makes sense too. Yeah, it's interesting to see what goes on with what's going to go on with him for the rest of these few episodes. And as I said before, like I don't even know that they are going to get a season two unless someone else has heard something different. I know that I saw an interview where they were where oh, you know what? Scratch that. I'm getting I'm getting my shows mixed up because I had in my head I had some questions to ask you guys about Watchmen, and that's what I was talking about when I said I don't even know if there's going to be a season two. So never mind. I think actually they're already gone. They've already gone with the season two. He sure would make a killer Zorro. I agree with that, and I do remember him from Watchmen, Jinhan, because I thought like, oh, this might be the dude to take down the mountain, and Game of Thrones. And then when that happened to him, I was sad, man. My heart was hurt for the brother, but he shouldn't have done all that fancy stuff. If you're gonna take him out, take him out. You're playing around, and that's what you get when you play around. Hey, what's going on, Kyle? I didn't see you come in. Warner Herzog adores Baby Yoda. Warner Herzog is amazing in this show. I mean, he's really good in this show. Again, just like his tone, he's really really good in this show. So Ron is saying you can't test, I guess, a species force or the level of force in a species. You can't do that through scientific means. I think that they probably will do a season two for C. I will say one thing about C right now. I think it's really good, but I think the C has to be careful because like I've loved what I've seen with C so far, but I could see, no pun intended, that I could see that show losing the strength of story depending on how they move forward. If they move forward and still really kind of capitalize on the lack of vision and build a really strong story around those folks who can see, I think the show would do really well. But I think they have to be careful about their writing in the future. I think they're going to get a season two, and no matter what, because people love that show, and it is a good show. Just the concept in and of itself is a good show. So I'm almost sure it's going to get a season two. As a matter of fact, I may have read that it is getting a season two. This is why you gotta love the Stream Deck because I can look that up right now, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. Let's see. Let's see if we're gonna get a season two. Another interesting thing about C is this. I don't think that Alfre Witter does that good of a job in C. I think her acting is just okay. Her performance is just okay. Like she was much much better in Luke Cage than she is in C to me. Well, I don't see anything about a season 2 for C, but I do see something about. Let me see if I can pull this up and show you guys. About the M Night Shyamalan movie, which has already been already been you guys see that? Already been renewed for a season 2 ahead of the season 1 premiere. So that's interesting. Right there. I actually don't think he's a bad actor. He was one of my, a bad director. He's one of my favorite directors for a long time, but I think he's better than people give him credit for, even though some of his later stuff was really not that good. So, oh yeah, I agree with you, Christopher. They can't lose Jason Momoa. As a matter of fact, did you hear something like that? Did you hear that he might leave the show? Because if that happens, it's done. I mean, he definitely is an anchor. Yeah, they can't lose him. Yeah, I don't see anything for C. I don't see the renewal for season 2. Although I'm pretty sure that they will renew it. It's doing really well. I'm just curious. I wonder what his score is on Rotten Tomatoes. Not that that's the end all and be all, but let's check it out and see um, what his score is on Rotten Tomatoes. I'll share that with you guys too. Uh, what is this? Okay. Oh wow, it's not even coming up on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know why. There we go. Oh, all right. So look at this. Let me show you guys this. Look at the difference between the critic score and the fan score with C. 41%, 85%. I feel like it's definitely going to get another season. They'll definitely get a season 2. Okay, hey, what's going on, D Train? D Train, are you saying series season 2 is listed? Season 2 or series 2 is listed for C? Oh, I didn't know that, Jinhan. Read this to everybody in case they missed it. Jinhan is saying a lot of people didn't know this, but it seems C is influenced a lot by, I guess that's Maori culture or Maori culture in New Zealand. I know since I lived in New Zealand. Oh, with Baba Voss doing the. Oh, that is true. That is true. Yeah, he did. He sure did. He did do the haka. I didn't even pay attention to that. But I do remember it now that you mentioned it. He sure did. I think that was episode 1. Yeah, it's getting a 41%, Christopher. But that's from critics. What do critics know? uh, but it gets an 85% from the fan base, so. Yeah, Javon, I do watch Titans, but someone else asked me that too. I don't think that was you. Someone else asked me that in the comments, but I haven't really done a full blown um, or a series by series review of Titans. And the only reason, sorry about that, the only reason I haven't done that is just because it's just hard to keep up with everything. So, but you say you think Titans is going down, so you think the show is losing some of his steam? Hey, what's going on, James? You know what, Cobra? I'm telling you, you keep sleeping on Apple TV. Apple TV has some good shows. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. Now, I don't know that it's gonna be. Who knows, man? I don't know that it's going to be as competitive with Disney Plus and Netflix and Amazon Prime. Which, by the way, if you love TV shows, then you should be really excited about all the stuff that's coming up on all the streaming platforms because it is a freaking battle royale. I mean, and you got major stars doing series on these streaming platforms. So it's just like it's a movie and TV lover's dream. Oh wait, what am I missing out on? Oh yeah, no, Javon, you're right. I told him. I think Javon's talking to Cobra. I'm telling you, Cobra. I'm telling you, man. That is one thing I'm mad about though. I can't watch Disney. I mean, Apple TV on my phone because I have a Samsung. I'm a little salty about that. Come on, Apple. Come on. I know you're all proprietary and stuff, but come on. I like The Expanse too, Ronan, and I didn't think I would like The Expanse because it didn't have a whole bunch of like space aliens in it. But The Expanse is good. That's another show that I think people that got canceled. I mean, luckily it was picked up by a streaming service, but The Expanse is good. Another thing about Titans too, I just want to mention this since someone brought it up, because I do like Titans, but I actually like Doom Patrol better than I do Titans, and I also like the Umbrella Factory, the Umbrella Academy better than I do Titans as well. But I do like Titans. Wait. What's the S4 trailer? Did I miss something, Cobra? Because I'll pull it up right now. What did I miss? Let's go to YouTube. The Umbrella Academy is awesome. Oh, okay. All right. Sorry about that. The video caught my eye. The Umbrella Academy is good. I guarantee if you watch episodes 1 and 2, Adric, that you'll appreciate the show. The Umbrella Academy is really good. See, I didn't even know that, Christopher. I didn't even know that The Expanse was a novel. I guess I shouldn't be surprised about that, but hey, Christopher, are you planning on watching The Witcher by any chance on Netflix? I'm just curious. Reason made me think about it is because you mentioned novel, and a couple of us on here are going through the audiobooks, getting ready for it. How many of you guys I don't know why I'm asking this because I know a lot of you guys are planning on watching Crisis on Infinite Earth, which I'm not even sure what that air date is. When does Crisis on Infinite Earth air? Isn't it like next week? Didn't even realize that, Cobra. Didn't even realize that about the Expanse. Okay, so it's in December 5th is when it comes out. Okay, that's like in 2 weeks. I know I asked this before, but is this supposed to be a reboot of DC on the CW? I know I asked that, but I can't remember if someone answered that question or not. I got it pulled up right here. I got an article about it pulled up right here. Oh, they got a little hold on. They got a little trailer. I'm assuming you guys have seen this.
They're gone.
Every second, another Earth dies.
Let's go save the universe.
Ah.
This threat brings the annihilation of all life.
Hope is the light that lifts us out of darkness.
Oliver!
We might lose the planet, but we can still save the people.
It's not time! The battle is lost!
Crisis on Infinite Earths. The CW's crossover event begins Sunday, December 8th.
That might be good. Oh, you're saying so? No, it's not a reboot. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, thanks for setting me straight again. I'm a DC fan, but I don't read the comics like that. I know Crisis on Infinite Earth was a comic too, but speaking of comics, let me ask you this. Do you all think that when they bring X-Men into the MCU and the X-Men is coming to the MCU, that Marvel should follow the same pattern that they did with the Avengers? This was another topic that they talked about on Campia Show, which I wanted to ask you guys. Do you think that Marvel should follow that same pattern? Like, so should we get a separate story, kind of like an origin story for each X-Men? You think that's necessary? So, Javon, you're saying yes and no. And the reason I ask is I'm not sure how well that would work. I don't think it would be. I don't think you would get the same payoff you would get as you did the Avengers, um, in doing their stories kind of one by one. I don't think it would be the same exchange for the X-Men. Only because I think that some of the members on the X-Men on their team, um, I don't know how interesting their origin stories would be, honestly. Cinematically anyway. So, Ronan, you say yes. Yeah, so the thing is, Ronan, like, I don't think you have to do that. I don't think, I'm not saying the movies wouldn't be good, but I don't think you have to do that in order to establish kind of the X-Men team. Hold on, you guys, 1 second. This is my wife. Hello? Yeah, I'm in the middle of a live stream. That's all right. Are you on your way home? Oh, did you stop by and get any more of that turkey? Okay. All right. All right. Bye. We had some turkey yesterday that was real, real good. I didn't get a whole bunch of it, so I wonder if she stopped past her mom and got some more. I think it depends, Jenhan. I think it depends on what X Men they focus on. But I don't think that it's necessary to do it. If you're talking about like formulas for success, I don't think it's necessary to do it, because I think we all kind of know who they are. And some of the origin stories we've kind of gotten, whether you think they were good or not, is something different. But we certainly know Wolverine's origin story. So I don't think you really need it for success, is what I'm saying. Like, I don't think you need to follow kind of that formula to have it be as successful as the Avengers. That's just my opinion. But there are a lot of them. That's true. Oh, really? So Jinhan was saying with Mortal Kombat, he's not 100%. It's not 100% confirmed, but he heard that Lewis Tan is playing an original character called Marino, and then not from the games. Oh, that's why the character's identity has been kept in the dark. Huh? That'd be interesting. I wouldn't mind seeing that actually. Seeing him come in as a separate character. I never mind expansions in movies and things like that, or things that are not necessarily in the core source material, as long as it doesn't totally rob the source material or totally like decimate the origin of things. I never mind additions. I think that's fine. I don't know what the rest of you guys think about that, but. Let's see something here. (2021) So that's the cast that we have so far. I do, from Resident Evil. Oh! Let's see if I can scoot this over. No, I can't. I mean, of this list, Lewis Tan is the only one that's not mentioned. You guys can't see the last one, but you probably know this as well. I guess Max Hung is playing Kung Lao. Yeah, this should. I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to this. Oh, it's Ryan. Hey, Ryan, what's going on? You guys got to check out Ryan O'Toole's channel. He's another YouTuber. Does the same thing. We started at the same time, so good to see you, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna link you up. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Man. All right. Hold on. Hold on. You know what they should have done too? They should have ran the I know somebody's going to disagree with me, but I'm going to say it anyway. They should have ran the web series they were trying to do for Mortal Kombat with Michael Jai White. I know people didn't like it because that was like, they said it veered too much away from the origins with I think Outland not being in there and all that kind of good stuff. I'm gonna tell you, the trailers for that look good. I think I showed the trailers for it in a stream not too long ago, but I wouldn't mind seeing that. Yeah, I need to get casted in that too. Who could I play? I could play Goro. Just give me another arm. Give me 2 more arms. All right, you guys. Let me link up my man's channel. Got it. Oh, I'm absolutely getting hyped for The Witcher, James. I mean, especially after that last trailer, The Witcher looks good. And now that I'm getting close to finishing the books too, well, closer. I should be finished though by the time we get to December, by the time it airs. So I'm definitely looking forward to The Witcher. Definitely. Why is this thing not allowing me to cut and paste? All right. All right, you guys. I was trying to put my link up to Ryan O'Toole's channel, but for whatever reason, it's not allowing me to cut and paste. But it's Ryan O'Toole, so go over there and check him out. YouTuber does the same thing. Shout out to Ryan. I hope they never make another Resident Evil movie. Please, just stop. Oh, you might finish up Jinhan then before they actually before The Witcher actually comes out. Just a plug. I say this all the time, you guys. If you're excited about The Witcher and you've only played the video game, you do not know enough. You do not. You at least need to read The Last Wish. At least I would say The Last Wish to get a fair handle on The Witcher's backstory, but you cannot get it all just from the game. I'm telling you that. Yeah, Ryan, I'm trying to link you up, man. I don't know why I can't. I don't know why it's not allowing me to link you up. All right. Adric, you haven't finished the you haven't finished The Last Wish yet? Are you listening to the audiobook? They are long though. They're like 14 hours long. They are long. Oh, wait. Jinhan, are you saying what did you say about that? Wait, Jinhan, all I see in the chat, Jinhan, is that you said okay now for some Witcher news, and then you just say that critics have seen the first 5 episodes, but I don't see anything else. Of course not. I'm about to ban you, Cobra. Crazy. All right, Jinhan, I hope you're typing. Let me see. Because now you got me intrigued. I don't see the link. Did you give me a link? Where's the link? All right, hold on. Let me see. Okay, 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 okay. All right. With Netflix fantasy upcoming The Witcher. All right, I'm scrolling down. I'm looking at that line right there. I've seen a screener and I think I'm pregnant. That's funny. All right. Oh, did they, Cobra? All right. Okay, I'm going down. Jahan, I'm going down. Um. All right, that one's that one. The fight choreography is insane. First fight, Terrell gets into. Oh man, good, good. Yeah, because the fight choreo has to be really savage for The Witcher. You can't short circuit that. I'm looking forward to The Irishman too, D Train. I think that's coming out on Netflix sometime next month, I want to say. So it looks like from what I'm reading so far, and I gather I'm reading the right thing, Jinhan, that people are liking it. Oh wow! So did you guys read that? The fight scenes in The Witcher make Game of Thrones fight scenes look like two drunks fighting at a bar. Man, they must be savage. Jeez. Yeah, Christopher, if you read like The Last Wish is a good summation. I mean, I don't know how many books there are, like 10 or something like that. And unless you almost literally sat and listened to them all day, you'll never make it through all of them before the show drops because they're almost all like 14 hours a book. Yeah, see this has got me excited. Now I'm really looking forward to it. Oh, that's this week. That's this month. Okay. Oh, that's good. That's perfect. I have to work the next day. Oh wow. So she says I can't break the embargo, but I will express my thoughts about the screeners through a gift. First off, how dare you? All right, good. So now I'm excited, man. So that's good news. That is good news. So we'll see. I'm telling you, I think The Witcher is going to be a major hit for Netflix. And now I want to see like how other shows will contend with it. I want to see whenever we get the Lord of the Rings series on Amazon. I don't even know when the launch date is for that. Because everybody's seen the latest trailer for The Witcher, right? Because I can pull it up. I'm assuming everybody's seen the latest trailer for it. That's what I heard. I heard Jinhan that it's not going to be like a play-by-play adaptation. That's what I heard. And I'm actually happy about that. I don't mind that. Oh man. Well, yeah. So you got some time, Christopher. Sorry about the foot, by the way. Yeah, as long as it captures the spirit of the source material, Jinhan, I'm good. I mean, I've always kind of felt that way about like certain things, and I know people are different. It depends on how much you are a diehard fan of a certain source material. But I personally don't necessarily want to always have the exact same story that maybe was in the book when you're bringing it to film or TV. So I don't mind some variance from that. That's fine. I almost feel like if I wanted the exact same story, I would just read the book, even though I do agree with the argument that people say, well, it's different though when you're bringing something to live action and reading it in the book. I understand that. But I don't mind some variance in the story. I'm fine with that. You know what, Vivek? I don't know. I talked to Jason, and then I got to reach out to him again, I guess, on Instagram. He was excited to do it, and then I got to reach out to him again. I don't know what happened to the interview. As a matter of fact, let's see if we can send him a message right now. We're going to send it to him right now to see when he can come on. There he is. It says he's active now. Let's see. All right. All right, so I just sent him a message. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see that because of the glare, but so hopefully we'll get a response from him. Actually, that Tesla truck, this is totally off topic. It's not bad, Cobra. I kind of like the look of it. I agree with you, Jinhan. As long as the flow is in the same direction as the book, I'm good. So I have no issues with that. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, we'll keep trying to get him on. So thanks for that, Vivek. Yeah, as soon as I hear something else, I'll let you know. Maybe he'll respond to this. I know he's super active on Instagram, so he's talking about the interview for Jason Tobin. I don't think Disney's going to fire Bob Iger. I think either Bob Iger will retire or transition to something different. They're not going to fire him. I don't think they are. Javon, you said you're not getting Disney Plus? Are you just not getting it at all? Are you waiting for the bundle with Disney Plus and Hulu, or? Wait, how did you join the waiting list? It's only $100. I should join the waiting list too, actually. Oh, speaking of books, I know you were watching this, Cobra, too. Are you is anybody watching His Dark Materials? How are you guys feeling about that? And now that's a show to me that's slowing down some. Like that show, I enjoy it, but it's not. I needed to pick up a little bit. There, you know what, Javon? There's a ton of stuff on there though already. There's a lot of stuff on there. As a matter of fact, there might not be a whole bunch of the newer stuff like the Marvel stuff and maybe the Marvel What Ifs and all that other stuff, but there's a lot of stuff on that platform already for Disney Plus. I mean, you know, you get it whenever you're ready, but I'm just saying there's a lot of stuff on there like now. I also want to ask you guys about Watchmen, right? Which is airing right now. I hope I'm recording. Am I recording this episode? I hope I am. Oh, absolutely. Hey, Sigsby. Yeah, the Mandalorian, man. I'm telling you, the Mandalorian. Whew, it's good. I mean, now I'm totally off track because I started to ask you about Watchmen, but the Mandalorian, I'm telling you. And I think The Mandalorian does a lot of stuff right. Like now I no longer have a problem with the length of the show. I think that the length of the show is fine. I said this in the video if you guys saw it. I think it is a perfect length to focus on the story and the character of the Mandalorian. And I think it's also the perfect length to make you want to see more. You want to come back. I also think that it's a good job Disney did with not making this show bingeable. I know some of you guys wanted that, but I think it's a good idea that they make us come back every week. I think that was a smart move. I think they should do that with The Witcher. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but I think they should do it. James, are you talking about His Dark Materials? Let's see. What did Cobra? Did Cobra say something about that? I don't know what to say about that, Cobra. I'm not even gonna mess with that. I'm not even gonna pull that topic into discussion because it's all kinds of craziness going on. Yeah, I mean, I feel like with His Dark Materials, the show is interesting. It's just it's not an is. I don't even know how to say it. I don't even because I'm not really looking to say it needs more action, but it needs more punch, more. I don't know. It needs more. Yep, Nightwing is coming. We were talking about that earlier, Sigby. You know what else is coming? I don't know how many of you guys are interested in this, but I'm looking forward to Picard, which I think we get the January, 2020. I'm really looking forward to that. Big Star Trek fan. Yeah, I don't really know the source material either. Did you, Cobra? Are you watching? What was it? You who was telling me that the books for His Dark Materials were really good, or am I thinking about something different? Am I thinking about that might not have been you, Cobra. That might have been Cornbread that was talking about the Wheel of Time. That wasn't you, Cobra, talking about the Wheel of Time, was it? You know what, Cobra? I actually agree with that. I do think that if Watchmen was bingeable, there probably wouldn't be a whole bunch of buzz about it. I think that show is perfectly poised to come out on a weekly basis, and I'm not even really sure why I feel that way, but I do think you're right. So, Sigby, are you asking, is Sherman Augustus going to be back for another interview on the channel? I heard Power was pretty good too, Javon. I haven't gotten into it, man. It's just it's so hard to watch everything. So Sigsby, if you're watching that, I'm not sure. I would have to reach out to him. I would love to get he or Daniel or even Jason like on now during one of the live streams. I even have a screen set up for it. Let me see if I can show you guys the live. No, that's not it. That's not it either. That screen. See that area over there, that gray area? That gray area is for someone else to come in. So like if we were able to get Daniel on or Sherman Augustus or whomever, that screen is all set up for the other person to actually join us live, which would be very cool. So it's ready to go. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Picard too, which is interesting, Christopher, because everybody says that I'm crazy because my least favorite of all the Star Trek shows, and I've seen them all, it's not my least favorite. My least favorite is probably TOS, the original series. I know the diehard Trekkies, they love it, but TOS is my least favorite, and then after that would be Deep Space Nine. And when I say that, people just flip. Like Star Wars fans talk about how much they love Deep Space Nine. And even now, I did that video a long time ago where I ranked all of the Star Trek series, and when I say that about Deep Space Nine, it's like there's a whole like litany of comments about people who love Deep Space Nine. But part of my problem with Deep Space Nine too is I'm not a huge fan of Avery Brooks, the actor. So. Now, I don't know if anybody has seen Watchmen, so don't spoil it if you have, because it's 10 minutes into the current episode. Is there anybody that thinks that Glass is going to kick the bucket? Think that's going to be the end tonight? If you guys saw the last series, spoiler alert, by the way, for the 5th or 4th episode, whatever episode we're in of Watchmen. But if you saw the last one, that one really was focused on him. It did really kind of develop what was going on in his past, which I think is interesting. And he has some very strange machinations, I would say. But it'll be interesting to see what happens with him with the episode tonight. Yeah, you know what, Christopher? So my thing with Deep Space Nine is, at least for the first couple of episodes, there was no exploration. Like, I watch Star Trek because you are exploring the universe, not because I want to see you stuck on a space station. And somebody's put in the comments that, well, you know, he does get off of the space station and he goes to Bajor and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, but that's like 5 seasons in or something like that. So, yeah, I just wasn't a big fan. Oh, that's a good question, James. Which is better, Deep Space Nine or Babylon? I would say Babylon. I would say Babylon by far, actually. But people love Deep Space Nine, man. Deep Space Nine has its die-hard fans. All right, so Jinhan is saying that C will return for at least one more season. I don't know. You know what, Jinhan? I cannot get these links. These links aren't coming in. I don't know if I probably need to change the setting. But they're not coming. That's probably why I couldn't link Ryan's channel either. I think I need to change the setting in Streamlabs. So they're going to get one more season, so that's good. What do you guys think about that new show coming out on Amazon Prime? I think Jordan Peele is he's not the director. Hopefully I didn't ask you this already and I forgot, because that's a problem. He's not the director, but I think he's the producer of I think it's a show with Pacino and they're hunting Nazis or something like that. I just saw the trailer for it. I was going to pull up the trailer for Bloodshot, but... Oh! Alright, you know what? Nope. I'm not going to do that. Sorry. I was going to say something, but I don't want to spoil anything. Also, I wanted to mention to you guys that I read something about Cavill not being done with Superman. So is there any official word, because I couldn't find anything, that they are going to do another Superman movie with him? Anybody heard anything like that? I was trying to find something online and I couldn't find anything. No. It's not that one, Jinhan. It's not the man in High Castle. It's another one. I just saw the trailer for it. And it's directed by Jordan Peele. I'm pretty sure it's directed by Jordan Peele. And it stars Pacino's in it. I think it's called Hunters or something like that. See if we can pull it up. So here's a trailer for it.
There comes a time where we all must choose between the light and the darkness. But when there is great darkness in this world, perhaps the choice is made.
I don't know if you guys can hear it or not.
You know, for eons, people like us have been degraded and exterminated. But no more. There is evil among us, and you must remember, this evil starts as but a spot inside of them. Then it grows to a stain. Then it becomes a scourge. And we can't know such evil until it strikes. So the time to act is now. Before everything we hold dear to us is destroyed. This is not murder. This is mitzvah.
Anyway, so this was the
To the hunt.
trailer I was talking about. Either Jordan Peele directed this or he's the producer. So that's what I was talking about. Oh man, I missed all these posts. I hadn't even heard that, Cobra. All right. Guys, I want to end on this note. Did you guys hear the news about Godzilla versus King Kong and how things are kind of now apparently, I guess, I think they're moving forward, but like we haven't seen anything on it. There hasn't been any trailers. There hasn't been any, and I think its date is coming up. That sounds crazy to me, Cobra. I don't know why. Why would Universal do that? Why, if it's a Harriet Tubman movie, why wouldn't you just get somebody black to play Harriet Tubman? Hmm. Okay. All right, you guys. I am going to sign off. Um, and then I will see you guys on Sunday. There should be some reviews up though before then. We'll do, of course, the review for Watchmen will be up, and we didn't talk. And we didn't talk too much about this last episode. Um, but essentially, that's what happens. Essentially, like Glass, we find out the identity of Glass and why he wears the silver mask and all that kind of good stuff. Maybe we'll talk more about that on Wednesday. Yeah, I wish Godzilla would have done better too. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I don't know what movies are in competition with it coming opening weekend, but it's just a little bit nerve wracking. Like that we haven't. I mean, again, no reviews, no early reviews. Um, so a class action lawsuit and was. I didn't know that either. That's crazy, Cobra. All right, hold on. Just want to see when opening weekend is. Can't type. Well, it says it's supposed to be released in May 2020, but it was moved up to March 13th. And I don't know. There's an article that says Godzilla was moved up to March 13, 2020 to avoid, I guess, competition with Fast and Furious 9. Who wrote this? And Screen Rant wrote it, so. Yeah, so I don't know that there is a whole bunch of competition coming out or going against the opening weekend. All right, guys, I have to roll. Look out for the review for. I don't even know if I'm going to do a review for that, honestly. For. Oh, okay. For 21 Bridges. I'll tell you right now, it was just okay. It was entertaining enough. You could probably skip it and wait for it to come out on video. It was average at best. So I am going to check out Mr. Rogers, though. I didn't get a chance to see that, but a lot of people were saying that that's really good. But I think this weekend, this upcoming weekend, I believe that Knives Out comes out on Thursday, probably Wednesday at this point, because Thursday is Thanksgiving. Knives Out comes out, and also Queen and Slim is coming out too. So I'm looking forward to both of those. All right, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. As always, you guys are awesome. Good night, and I will see you. Did that land on my shirt? I'll see you guys on the channel during the week, and I will see you next week for the stream. What movies are you mean? Queen and Slim and Knives Out? Are those the movies you're talking about, Jinhan? Oh, wow. I have to look that up, Jinhan. Man, I didn't realize all those were opening on the same weekend. That's crazy if they are. That's crazy. Because that's a lot of competition. All right, guys. As always, again, thanks for hanging out. And I will see you, like I said, later this week. But I'll definitely see you guys next Sunday. All right. Peace.